So my name is David Goldsmith, and I am a co-founder and president of the board of MedMates, and I welcome you to the Life Science Expo 2018. This event brings together attendees from Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. And I know we have some people here in the audience who I've already identified that have come from even further. So we welcome all of you here, and the purpose of this is to showcase the innovation, the growth, and the diversity of the Southeastern New England life sciences industry. Companies on the cutting edge of neuroscience, research, novel pharmaceuticals, medical devices, diagnostics, health information technologies, and more are presenting their work, their ideas, and their perspective. They're also here to forge connections with you. So don't be bashful. Introduce yourself to them. Ask them questions. Tell them what you do. Be a part of this, because what happens here is the interaction. So you're here to make it happen along with us. Raise your hand, please, if you attended last year's Expo. Wow. That's why you're here to start, right? Excellent. And raise your hand if this is your first MedMates event. Fabulous. Outstanding. Okay. So I sincerely hope you will stay all day and take in the wide-ranging presentations, discussions, and opportunities to network. So MedMates is celebrating its 5th anniversary this year. Thank you. From day one, our mission has been to grow the life sciences economy. We've done that with a range of workshops, training, services, reaching out to the life science community, medical technology, the whole sphere, and helping to grow this, obviously working at the state level, et cetera, and to support the growth of the resources to nurture that growth. Our life sciences ecosystem includes researchers, entrepreneurs, and companies involved with biotechnology, pharmaceuticals, and the tools and equipment and services that are essential for research and development. Our members include colleges, startups, medical community members, growth, mature companies, the full range. So we are not narrowly focused in a small band. It's very inclusive. A lot of service companies that are a key part of this, whether it's intellectual property law, contracting law to help companies get up and running, not make mistakes in their startup, helping companies to connect with others if you're already commercializing and you're trying to get into a hospital system in Minnesota, and you're already in one in Boston, you're likely to meet somebody here that has a connection in Minnesota, and they're trying to get into Boston. And so that sharing, that's one of the reasons why we call it MedMates, is because you're a good mate to the other members. And so that's a key part of the philosophy, the culture, if you will, of MedMates. We have touched nearly every company that is a part of the ecosystem in life sciences, medical technology in the Southeast New England, has participated in some way or form in MedMates, coming to events, contributing their ideas, and this represents only a small fraction of those companies. You may see your logo up there, or certainly logos that you know of. And so as a result, we have grown over the past 5 years. And I'm happy to say that as of actually the tail end of last year, we had well over 1,000 members, and that's growing. And I believe it will have grown quite a bit as a result of this event. And so the word is spreading. I spent some time going around to the different exhibitors and asked them, how did you learn about this? And it ranges from I just tripped across it. I was Googling online, all of a sudden it popped up, and here I am, or I heard about it from somebody, or I read about it somewhere. And so the word is spreading, and I'm inviting all of them to, on a monthly basis, we have events. It's a great way to connect and to help grow your whatever it is that you're growing. So MedMates is organized around 3 core areas, and these are all areas that are essential for the membership to be involved in. Although we have an executive director and a part-time paid staff, everything happens because of active membership. And so building community and talent development happens because it's the members that help us to identify what are the workshops, what are the trainings that we want to have happen, and they're instrumental in helping us to plan it and execute it and make it fun. Advocacy and publicity is a key event, a key area of identifying policies at the state and institutional level that helps support the growth of the life sciences sector. You're going to learn about this also from Dr. Susan Wyndham-Bannister in terms of the 5 pillars, and these are key elements to help solidify the foundation for growth, long-term growth of this sector. Advocacy and publicity is key to that. And publicity is the companies that are here doing amazing things, that we publicize that internationally, and that draws attention to, oh my God, keep hearing about what's going on in Providence and in Rhode Island, and let's check that out. Access to resources and capital. Nothing happens without that. And so that's an initiative that we launched last October to identify the full range of resources that are available and to facilitate access, whether it be physical resources, research equipment and tools, et cetera, and obviously capital. So these are all areas for active engagement of our members. And so I invite every single one of you to pick the one that you have the most passion for, and get involved. And we make it easy because you're on a mailing list, and the events that focus on each one of these individually we promote. And I invite you all to show up and lend your expertise, which I know you have in abundance. Okay, so it takes a team, and I'm excited to know that all the volunteers that made this happen last year showed up again. They were at our post-event debrief, and when we started the planning in September, they were all there, and then we attracted additional members. And so this happened, even though we have a extremely capable executive director and half-time paid assistant. None of this would have happened without the volunteers getting actively involved in reaching out to exhibitors, to sponsors, planning the program that's going to happen in this room today. Everything from A to Z happened because of the volunteers. But it was our executive director, Carol Malice, who you'll meet momentarily, who orchestrated all of this. And ask her if she slept last night. No. But she has done an incredible job. And without further ado, I present Carol Malice. Thank you. Okay.
Good morning, everybody. Today, our focus is on growing our life sciences ecosystem. We'll hear about new approaches for cancer treatment, human-centered technology in healthcare and delivery and access to capital for life sciences entrepreneurs, and the latest research on possible interventions for Alzheimer's disease. We'll start the day with a look at what it takes to build a flourishing life sciences ecosystem, and then we'll end and talking about how we can make this vision into a reality. So first, before we begin, I want to thank, like David did, all of the volunteers that made this day possible. It wouldn't have worked without them, with all of our sponsors, particularly our media sponsor, Providence Business News, and our Wi-Fi sponsor this year, Bay Computer Associates. So thank you to all the sponsors and all the exhibitors for making this a wonderful day. Since our last Expo, we have much to share about our progress here in Rhode Island. First, we've been working in partnership with the Rhode Island BioHub Group, conducting a deep review of the current Rhode Island life sciences ecosystem. This comprehensive review has resulted in a series of concrete recommendations that will be shared with all of our stakeholders and provide an important framework for enhancing key policy and investment initiatives in our state. And the timing is right for this. We expect this work to add fuel to the momentum created by the launch of the Wexford Science and Technology Innovation Center. We have high hopes that this $88 million center will ensure the concentration of talent, money, programs, and entrepreneurial endeavors to support innovative ideas in the state and further develop our life sciences ecosystem. MedMates is expanding. In the next few months, we'll be moving to the Innovation District and co-locating with the New England Medical Innovation Center. We plan to offer collaborative programs, services, and events for life sciences and medtech companies and entrepreneurs. Our partnership with NEMIC offers the opportunity to leverage resources, networks, and talent to support companies in this leading industry cluster. And in addition to that, Adler, Pollock & Sheehan has stepped forward to support MedMates as our first inaugural sponsor and to help forge regional collaborations and strategic industry networks within the life sciences ecosystem. So I want to thank Adler, Pollock & Sheehan for taking that leap forward and really taking the long-term view with MedMates. We can't wait to share more about our progress with all these endeavors and partners. And finally, MedMates is transforming. In the coming months, we'll be expanding our member offerings, including networking and educational events, business development programs, and public policy and advocacy engagement. And as the Rhode Island State affiliate for Biotechnology Innovation International, we'll be launching the Bio Business Solutions Program. This program will provide Rhode Island companies with the opportunity to save on items they might need to run a successful life sciences enterprise. This includes discounts on lab products, business insurance, office supplies, shipping needs, and much, much more. So stay tuned. We'll be announcing our new membership model soon so that you can sign up to receive these valuable discounts and benefits. And MedMates is joining forces. MedMates will be front and center at BIO's June 2018 International Convention in Boston. This is the largest and most important biotechnology industry gathering in the world. There are 4 days of educational sessions, networking events, exhibitions, business partnering, and international programs. We are so honored today to recognize BIO as one of our lead sponsors and important partners in growing our life sciences ecosystem in Rhode Island. So with that, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our special guest from BIO this morning, Patrick Plews. Patrick is Vice President of Government Affairs and brings over 20 years of experience in government and corporate affairs, along with an extensive track record in the biopharmaceutical industry. He's currently responsible for directing all of BIO's healthcare-related state government affairs activities, as well as state government relations strategies in all 50 states. So please help me now in welcoming Patrick Plews.
Thank you, Carol. I am so pleased to be here today, and we are so excited to witness the growth and the potential for MedMates in Rhode Island. We at BIO have a structure where we're the global trade association for the biotechnology industry. So we cover every facet of biotechnology, from healthcare to agriculture to industrial applications of biotechnology. So we say that we heal, feed, and power the world. And it's a pretty big mandate, but we work in each individual state with a state affiliate, and we're so pleased that MedMates is our state affiliate now in Rhode Island, and the growth that is happening, and the renewed focus that Carol is giving to the organization. It's very important to us. As I had said earlier, we have these affiliates in every state, and we have a structure where we only recognize one affiliate per state, and we recognize MedMates as our Rhode Island affiliate, and they actually serve as our eyes and ears on issues that are happening in the state, not only at the state level, but at the federal level as well. And we wrap these organizations in an internal group that we call our Council of State Biotech Associations. And we meet a couple times a year to share intel, provide background information and other resources that MedMates and our other state affiliates can use in their advocacy when dealing with their elected officials. And we look to these state affiliates because, to David's point, this is an ecosystem, and these state affiliates are very important in not only advocating on behalf of the industry at the State House in Providence or in Washington and Congress, but also fostering collaboration among the companies in Rhode Island, among the companies and the academic institutions in Rhode Island, as well as just being a home for the life sciences industry in Rhode Island. So we are very pleased that we now have this affiliate in Rhode Island that we haven't had in the past. So this is a new endeavor for us. And it's just a great thing that Carol's put together, and we're going to work very closely with you moving forward. This is a very exciting time for us. And to Carol's point, we also run a business solutions program where we help your companies access lab equipment, insurance, and any other sort of service that a small company may need to help that company grow. And that's another very important partnership that we have with you all as well. And I would also be remiss if I did not plug our bio convention coming up in Boston. It's June 4th through 7th in Boston. And as Carol said, it is the largest gathering of biotechnology experts in the world. We expect upwards of 15,000 people from around the world. This is a forum for companies to connect, to collaborate. It's a forum for policymakers to come to Boston to learn about our industry. And there is a lot of competition out there to attract this industry in certain regions around the country. And one of the fortunate aspects of Rhode Island is you are right in this New England biotech cluster, that it's really important not to think of this as just a Cambridge or a Boston type industry, but a regional industry with regional strengths. And there are strengths that Rhode Island provides that Massachusetts might not provide. And there are strengths that Connecticut would provide that Rhode Island might not provide and Massachusetts provide. But if you collectively work as a region, you become a very powerful force, and you will compete with San Francisco and Hong Kong and other biotech hubs around the world. And I really, truly think that this region, among all the others, is very well poised for that. You're close to capital in New York and in Boston. You're close to policymaking in Washington, and you have these extraordinary academic institutions in New England that are just really pumping out great technology and provides a very good talent pool for this industry to grow. So we're very pleased to bring this convention again to Boston in June. Like I said, it brings together 15,000 people. Last year, out in San Diego, your Secretary of Commerce, Secretary Pryor, attended and was very impressed by what he saw at our convention. And I understand he'll be speaking here later today. But because of that, the Commerce Rhode Island will be having a pavilion at the convention to showcase what's happening in Rhode Island. And we're very pleased to have that. Last year, we honored Governor Raimondo as our 2018 Governor of the Year because of her work in growing this industry in Rhode Island. She's been a terrific advocate on behalf of the industry and growing it. We've invited her to come again to Boston to present the 2018 Governor of the Year with that award. But also we'll still be recognizing her as a leader in biotech innovation. And you have a really good governor in Gina Raimondo for this industry. So with that, once again, we're just pleased to be here, and we're just so happy and so thrilled that MedMates is growing and becoming a force here in Rhode Island, and we can really count on them as an ally for us in the States. Thank you.